All right. It says, oh, yeah, show that. Yeah, I want to show that. All right, let that be shown. Yeah, I don't want to read that. I don't read that. Okay. All right. Hi, I am Sailor Moon. I am Tuxedo Mask. And today we're doing a live stream. Now I know that we don't make as many live streams we once did, and we probably make a lot more of them than would say Jordan or Xena did. I mean, Xena did 2 live streams today, and well, she got some folks to watch the first one, but no one wanted to watch the 2th one. And there goes the same follower or watcher, whatever, leaving again. They're like, oh, fuck, they're doing it again, only this time with Sailor Moon. Okay, whatever. We're not going to let that stop us from doing this live stream. So, anyway, when you're in a followership, any kind of followership, well, in a Sailor Moon followership, you seem to think you might be a black sheep. Now, no one in a followership says that about you. No one probably didn't think that of you, but you think that of yourself. So the first thing I'm going to talk about here is that there are some folks who say that Sailor Moon Cosmo or Sailor Moon World, which is going to, I guess, drop somewhere this summer, I guess around June, the 6th month. Some folks are saying, well, it's only going to be in Dawnland only and it's not going to be in English. Now, is that true? Well, I don't know if there's any truth to back it up or not. I mean, if Sailor Moon Hearst and the first and if and which was Crystal or Hearst and Forever or Internal Forever were for YouTube or I mean for Netflix or whatever, then why would they not? They did the fourth following the third. Why would they not do the fifth and last following the same way? Like, why would they not? You know, and I know there's someone out there who wants to shame us, so they're not going to say nothing. They're not going to watch our film or live stream or whatever. Well, if you want to do that, that's your own business. It said, oh, hello there. It said Godzilla Heroes. Hello, friend. Hey, it's good to see you. So anyway, I just want to know, do you feel sometimes like you might be a black sheep in the followership you're in? Like, not that anyone says it about you, but you feel that way. Like in the Sailor Moon followership, there always seems to be like 4 offshoots. The Gatherers, which gather dolls and know every single Sailor Moon thing ever made. The ones who costume play or self play or clothes play. And then the folks like us that do, films with dolls. It's that I like to input you to Discord. Do you have one? No, I do not have a Discord. I had one a long time ago. And then one day, this is back around 28 between while, I had a Discord. Then one day, Discord locks me. And I go in one day and I meet and it says, sorry, you've been locked from Discord. If you want to know, go talk to one of our overseers. Yeah, the overseer who probably, from the Sailor Moon followership, that probably didn't like how I was playing as Serena Sakino, Sailor Moon, and probably locked me. So no, I don't have a Discord. And I did seek to make a Discord many other times in the past, and every time something would go wrong. Sorry, this email or wire's already been taken. Sorry, this step word isn't good enough. Sorry, you can't get all the settings you want. So no, I don't. So the answer you're asking thing, no, I don't have a Discord. I'm sorry. Yeah. And Discord really didn't work very well. Can I talk now, Sailor Moon? Yeah. Go Tuxedo Max. Discord really didn't work very well for me at all, either when we did have one. Most folks we didn't really make too many friends on there. Most of the time, it seemed more like we were making foes on there or whatever. We weren't doing anything wrong. I mean, to our understanding, our wisdom, we were following the Discord followership oversight. But then one day we go on Discord and we're met with the word, "You've been locked. Sorry, if you want to know why, get a hold of one of our overseers." And you're met with this sleight of shit. I am not making this up. Discord has this little drawing of shit and tells you you're locked. So did I really want to talk to some Discord overseer who was probably not answerable to me at all back in 2008 YL and say, why did you lock me in 28 between YL? I didn't do anything wrong. And then they'd say, well, you know how these folks at Discord are like. They lock you for whatever sacred ground and why. Twitter used to be that bad, and they're not really that bad anymore. So I only have Twitter, only have Facebook or Learbook, only have YouTube. That's it. And believe me, it was a hit and miss to get those. It said, I'm going to share out the fairway. Well, thank you for doing that. So, anyway, we know Sailor Moon Cosmos or Sailor Moon World is coming out this summer, the 6th month. We know it will. We also lost some ones out there, but we don't know. We know. Well, I guess Netflix is going to have the rights to broadcast or stream this. Well, and I know there's going to be a lot of folks out there who someone said, "Oh, well, it's only going to be in Dawnland. It's not going to be anywhere else." That's bullshit. If Sailor Moon Crystal or Hearst, the first 3 followings, was put into English, and Sailor Moon Eternal or Forever, the 4th following, broken into 2 films, was put out in English on Netflix, then why would the 5th one not get the same handling? I don't understand. I don't know. Anyway, yeah. And if you want to know more about what happened to us back in 2028 between YL with Discord, we did make a film on our YouTube Fairway talking about that. But yeah, most likely we probably made someone in the Sailor Moon followership on Discord probably angry, probably some overseer who probably like, who's this fellow show playing as Serena Sakino Sailor Moon? I don't like the way he does it or the way she does it. Bullshit. I don't like the way he show plays. Blocked. And every time you want to make a Discord, it keeps on happening. Yeah, same thing. You're right, Tuxedo Mask. Same thing. It'll either be sorry, your wire or email's already been taken. Sorry, the step word isn't too long or too short. Or even if you somehow are lucky and you get that to work, you'll get other shit like, oh, sorry, you didn't set this all up. You know, you'll go in and it'll say, sorry, you didn't set these settings, go into your wire. And even when you do go in your wire to get the code, to get the step word or the code or whatever, the reckoning, whatever, it doesn't work. It goes, sorry, this doesn't work. So yeah, they always come up with ways to, F you over. And keep in mind, it's not like what I did on there was this really, truly bad thing. It's not like it was sinful and unlawful. But whatever, that's Discord's loss. And that happened, that's their loss. It goes, hello, how are you doing today? All right, I'm going to start streaming. You'll see you again. That's good for you. Good luck. We're doing all right. Xena made 2 YouTube live streams, but no one watched. Well, that was a lie. Someone did watch the first one, but then if you want to hush and lock or take someone off your shout out box, you can't. Then she was done. Didn't want to make that live stream, and made another one, but no one watched this one. And we're lucky to getting free folks to watch this live stream. So I guess I'm just sorry about that. And we were talking about how Discord wronged us back in 28 Between While because one of our followers out there, the Sailor Moon Red Keeper, wanted to know if we had a Discord fairway or not. And sadly, we had to tell him we didn't have one. It said, good to know. Have a good day. Well, you have a good day too. Anyway, speaking about other shows or other films or plays that may have been around before there's always going to be someone that likes to bring up, oh, did you know that the tween years shifted? Fighter ground crawlers were started in 9 between 75, 9 between 50s, 9 between 75, 9 between 72 YL, and they're older than Overteam, which started 9 between 50, 9 between 75 YL. And my show didn't get started till 9 between 92 YL, and the Mic Keepers didn't get started till 9 between 93 YL. It said, you have a shout out to whatever. It goes, great. I didn't catch the stream, brother. I come. Yes. Good Lord. Well, some folks out there have a belief, and I'm not going to say that you have the belief, but there are some folks out there that go, oh, if someone came before someone else, that makes either them greater than someone else, or it makes someone else to be a knockoff. But I'm not saying that you think that way or anyone else thinks that way, but someone think that way. It goes, yes. It goes, good to see you. But I don't believe that, Yes, there's always going to be shows and films and plays and drawing shows and drawing films that come out before other ones. But if that makes someone more greater than someone else for how old someone is, it's like, okay, whatever. A lot of folks have this thing, and let's get talking about my show, because it's always going to be, it said, good to see you too. Thank you. There's always going to be someone out there. Let's get talk about our show. So, in the Sailor Moon followership, if you like the English offshoot, and I'm talking about DiC, Cloverway, Pioneer, or Viz, or Renaissance, Atlantic Entertainment, would that be New Birth, West Sea Glee? Back in the day, you were met with hate. And sadly, there are some folks in the Sailor Moon followership who hate the DiC work, hate the Cloverway work, hate the Pioneer or Pathseeker work. They don't really know what they think of the Renaissance Atlantic Entertainment or the New Birth, West Sea, Glee work. They don't really know. And they'll say that you're not a true Sailor Moon follower if you like this offshoot of Sailor Moon, which is not true. So, what do you think? Oh, what do I think, Sailor Moon? Our show is cool. I think you meant to say that my show is cool, your show is cool. I think that's what you mean to say. Thank you. It said, so anyway, and it's always gonna, anyway, that was always a belief. In the early days of being on YouTube, that's how it was. You would have folks saying, oh, I hate the DiC work, or I hate the Cloverway work, and they'd bring up all these things they hated about it. about the show playing, the names being shifted, the strikes being shifted, stead names being shifted. Oh my God, they would, all that stuff. Why? Who knows? Why? And then there's always going to be folks that get into a big fight over what's the right name to call me. I go by the name Serena because my YouTube fairway is offshooting from the Deacon Cloverway work. Some folks say Victoria, but that was offshooting from the Renaissance Atlantic Entertainment or work. Some say Usagi, but that would be offshooting from the Toei Viz work. And I offshoot from at least all the three of the four. My name's Serena. It's not Usagi. That's my middle name. So I don't know why a lot of folks see a lot of folks that I deal with these days now, they like to call me that. I was like, well, don't you know? Didn't you ever see the Deke or Cloverway offshoot? Didn't you know in that world that my name was Serena, which is a Latin borrowed name? It would have been Victoria, another Latin borrowed name. It would have been Usagi, a Donlandish borrowed name. It would, I can't tell. And they go, oh, don't slight my wisdom. They'd say, oh, but that's your first name. All right, my middle name is Usagi. Serena is my first name. Usagi is my middle name. If you go in the Cloverway world, it's Serena Usagi Sakino. If you go in the Deep world, then it's Serena Victoria Sakino. Or was it Campbell? It said, your show is awesome. It said, speaking of that, you ever see any other drawing shows? No, the only drawing show or drawing film we ever watched was my show, and that was it. We don't really watch or follow any other drawing films or drawing shows. A lot of folks, seem to think, well, if you're into Sailor Moon's drawing show or drawing film, then you should be in the other ones. And it's not true. Anyway, yeah. So Tuxedo Mask says, or do I call myself Evening Coat Hyde? A lot of folks like to, first off, a lot of folks like to say, oh, is your name Darian? Well, guess what? My name was Darian both in Deep Cloverway, Pioneer, or Pathseeker, and also it was in Renaissance Atlantic Entertainment. Only in Toei and Viz's world would my name ever be Monroe, but that's just mostly my middle name. And Darian, well, that's a Farsi borrowed name. Yeah, it is. And in every offshoot of Sailor Moon, I'm pretty much handled the same way. So everyone likes to ask me, oh, why? They're like, why do you help Sailor Moon out? All the 5 followings of Toei and Viz, and the 2 followings of Deacon, the 2 followings of Cloverway, and the 3 films of Pioneer did, and the 1 following of Renaissance Atlantic Entertainment did. Why do you help Sailor Moon out? Because Sailor Moon she's a fighter, but her mindset and skills, she was never meant to be a fighter. So I got to help her out. Doesn't mean she can't fight and she can't wrestle, because she can. Yeah. And a lot of folks like to scathe me for doing that. Oh, all you did was throw red rose. All you did was give a word. Yeah, and they forget about all the times I took my staff out and fought the foe. They forget about the times I got beat up by the foe or taken by the foe. They like to always bring up that shit all the time, as if me helping Sailor Moon out is some kind of bad thing. Oh, you know what? There have been many shows where someone's helped someone. It says, cool. Darian was also a name of that of the lost Highlander settling. I did not know that. I didn't know that. So, yeah. All right. So we'll go to other drawing shows or drawing films. You got Gem, right? Rio helps Gem or Jerica out. No one scaves him for helping. And then the Barbie show that that Deep did or Siobhan did. Well, Ken helped Barbie out a lot. No one ever gave two shits about that. But oh no, they like to scave the shit out of me. It says, you're asking if there's folks out there that scathed, that say that I didn't really help anyone. Well, that's not true, because I did. Well, look, I gotta go. Someone else is gonna probably be coming on next. Who is that gonna be? I don't know. Hold on. All right. Someone else is gonna come on here next. Someone else you probably wouldn't think would be on the YouTube live stream with her. Yeah, someone at the tween years shifted fighter ground crawler is like, huh? It said, bring on Jesus. One of your one horns. Do you even have names? Well, Walrus. And that would be the name of him. Someone told me a walrus is a Latin borrowed name. Ah. Oh, God. My hair's a stive. Fuck. Ow. Yeah, well, thank God Irwin and Bandai put those heads on hard. If it was any other dog, I'd be worried about. Well, Beryl, how has everything been? Well, everything's been all right, Sailor Moon. It's been doing well, Elder Legion Serena, or Serenity, or Young Queen Serenity. But I got some really bad news. What is it? It seems that my daughter Rita's going evil again. It seems that my son-in-law Zed's going evil again. And I know there's someone out there is guilting me. They're like, Beryl, did you do this? No. Once I was healed, I'm not evil anymore. My hangs up with Zordon and Queen Serenity and Elder and Endymion and now Legion Serenity is over. So why would I start up again? Why would I put spells on folks again and say, oh, which be a follower of the 4-1 bonds of evil again? Well, I know you didn't do it, Queen Beryl. I know you had nothing to do with it. It said, can I teach you? It said, I know some. It said, well, yes, it's good to know. First off, I can't learn any other speeches. It doesn't work. There are folks out there that can learn a speech from either a website, a film, a disc, a book, from a teacher themselves who speaks the speech, but it doesn't work for me. I've seen it doesn't work. And they'll say, oh, it takes years to learn a new speech. Well, if it takes years to learn a new speech, then forget it. It's not going to work. I should be thankful that I even speak one speech. And it doesn't work either. There are two kinds of folks that learn speech. The fast learners, and the ones that take longer, and the ones that just never takes. And I believe I would be one of those, the ones that never takes. Well, good to know. And a lot of folks out there don't believe it. They go, oh, the brain can learn anything. Well, if that's true, yeah, well, guess what? that's their forgiveness because they think everyone can learn everything. Hey, I learned how to read, I learned how to write, I learned how to do reckoning track. So yeah, I see that's good enough. Those skills, yeah, you can pick those up. But it'd be like saying, "Oh well, you weren't into it. You didn't love it enough. You didn't have enough on look for it." Whatever the forgivenesses always are. It said it's like there's some folks out there like, okay, I learned how to bind bags. See, I can bind bags fine. You give me shoes and it won't work. And it's not like I didn't seek to learn how to bind shoes. It just didn't work. And there's some folks out there, mostly the English speaking folk, which I guess I am because I speak English. There's some folks out there who think if you only speak English, you're lazy. And you want to know the folks who go around telling other folks they're lazy for only knowing one speech? English speakers. And what tends to happen is it's some of the folks out there, some of the folks out there go like this. So you have someone who learns another speech, but instead of learning it but then they'll go around and they'll say, "Oh, I used to be a lazy English speaker like you. I know another speech now. Now they won't call me lazy." Oh, that's right, huh? So you learned another speech because you were frightened of someone out there calling you lazy. So you went around and put down everyone else who speaks English, including yourself, as being lazy. Well, sadly, they're going to probably still they're going to still call you lazy because you didn't learn every speech in the world. And then you still will be that. Who goes around and calls someone who only knows one speech, whatever that speech is, lazy? It's like there's someone out there that goes, "Well, someone out there took the time to learn your speech and you can't learn theirs." Well, if someone took the time to learn another speech, that's good for them. It's not like now now they were being so kind to learn my speech that now I got to learn their speech or they're going to feel left out and I'm going to feel left out. That's not true. Anyway, look, Beryl says, the grounds is Serena, Sailor Moon, whatever you want to call yourself. I had nothing to do with Rita going bad. Yeah, she was my daughter. And Zed was my son-in-law. I had nothing to do with this. You're not going to go bad again. Why would I want to go bad again? Because every offshoot of Sailor Moon has a different ground for me going bad. Oh, in Deke's offshoot, it was that I met Dark Spectre one day, and I wanted to take over the Earth. That was the Deke take. The Toei Viz take is that I fell in love with Endymion, and Endymion wasn't in love with me, so I got angry and wanted to lord over the world. And who knows what Renaissance Atlantic Entertainment's take on it was, why I was doing that. I don't know. It said bully not good. Yep, that's right. So anyway, I don't know. I do not know. I know today was Naoko Takiguchi birthday, make her 55 years old, if Wikipedia is right about that, which is hard to say if it is or not. A lot of Sailor Moon followers probably out there probably are going to, probably did make films on that. They're going to be someone out there saying, "Oh, Serena, oh, Sailor Moon, you can't even say that Dawn Landish borrowed name or that Dawn Landish kin name. No, I cannot. I don't know if I'm even saying it right." I think I say it the way you write it. It's Gucci. So I think it's Gucci. Yeah, gotta be right. Naiko Gucci. I don't know. So you want to know what was funny? Back in the day, and I laugh at this every time it comes up. Someone told me one time about when it came to Deacon Cloverway, the Sailor Moon, folks were just too lazy to learn another speech. Meaning that Toei didn't, that somehow, some way, Toei, we should feel sorry that Toei had to put it in English because no one wanted to learn Dawnlandish. Well, the thing is, that's so funny. I laughed when someone said that. And that came from an English speaker too. And after so and so said that, they probably watched Sailor Moon with English. Or they probably have the English words written on the watch. They want to give you shit for watching something in English, what they speak. Oh, look at me. You're too lazy to learn another speech. They're like, yeah, look at you. You got the words written down. You're still reading them. You don't know how to speak that speech? Yeah, that was laughable. And that came from someone who hated the Deacon Cloverway offshoot of Sailor Moon, and that was their forgiveness for hating it. Folks were too lazy to learn another speech. Well, sorry. Some folks might know more than one speech, but a lot of folks don't. So I just thought that was funny that someone said that. Well, I just want to say, Sailor Moon, thank you for forgiving me for all the things that I did to you. Both on the drawing film, the live show, the song show, and all that stuff, and on YouTube over the years. You're welcome, Beryl, and I do forgive you. Well, I guess Queen Beryl said, and guess what? This is the hardest offshoot of me to seek. If you want this offshoot of me, you gotta go on eBay. And guess what? That's the only way you're gonna get it. And if you think I come with a necklace, think again. I don't come with no necklace. And if you did get me with the box, I'd come with my staff, I'd come with a stand. That'd be about it. And this is the Bandai offshoot, which Irwin sold first. But I gotta go now. Well, oh. Well, who should I put on there next? You're gonna probably want Luna on there next. I got two offshoots of it. I got the Pop Good Doer one, or I got the keychain one. Oh, there goes the burp. If anyone heard that, I'm sorry. Oh no, you got to shift that out. Can't have anything that makes our films lifelike. Got to skim it and shift it out. Only a meatball head would leave that in there. Good luck skimming and shifting out a live stream. It says, I want Rini on there. It said, wow. Hi, Sailor Moon. It's been Eric from PA. Bring us I want to bring your beloved plush. I want Rini. Oh, which one? The Bandai Irwin? The Bandai Rini? Because I don't have the Irwin one. I do got the plush Rini. I'll bring her on. But hold on, I gotta go get her. Oh, bloody hell. I just thought I would be on here, and no one wants to see me. Can't do nothing but the keychain. Yes, I know. I'm doing, Joel Slapper. But I think this was a more greater offshoot. All right, I gotta go. It said I gotta get Reenie now. Ugh. All right. I only got 3 squeeze dolls. King and Endymion, Sailor Saturn, and Sailor Mini Moon. Oh, get over the other way. Don't tell me that. Yeah. As you can see, this is the only other offshoot of Reenie that I've had. Yeah. Who's this Chibalooza? My name's Reenie. Reenie Usagi Sakino. Or is it the Cuba? I don't know. Then someone's going to get mad if I work the Deacon Cloverway name instead of the Toei Viz name. Yeah, speaking of that, it's like in our show, it's like you used to bully me all the time, and I was gaslighted all the time, or whatever, or I was ghostlighted all the time. It was like, yeah, but then Cloverway started to make you behave more like how you were in the Toei and Viz offshoot. Why I picked on you for? Because you were a meatball head, and I didn't know you were my mother. That was no forgiveness for you bullying me, or why Deke went as far to make you bully me. At least Cloverway pulled back on it a bit. It said, saw a guy. It said, I leave Sailor Moon love here. It says, yep. So, anyway, I just want to say that I know he might not be the most beloved of all Sailor Moon fairways on YouTube. I know there's other folks, like, okay, there was Sailor Moon Jacob, but he left again. There's Sailor Moon, the one who does TGS, does film games and other stuff, and some Sailor Moon films here and there. And then there's this other one called Tina Warrior, whatever her name is, but she does all kinds of other plush squeeze dolls from other drawing shows or drawing films besides Sailor Moon. Yeah. You know what? It's too bright in here. I can't do anything about it being bright. Yeah, you can. You see, Sailor Moon here, Serena here, doesn't like to block out the sun. She wants to make these films real bright. I didn't do anything with it. I don't want nothing like that. I like having a sunlight in my room. It's one of the upsides to shifting a timer ahead, if there are any upsides to it. You know what? I don't know which one of you is more irksome. I don't know if it's Jade Chan from Jackie Chan Sagas or you. Jade Chan knocked me off. How could she knock you off, Sailor Mini Moon? How could she knock you off, Reenie? She likes to be irksome to Jackie, like I am to you, Sailor Moon, like you, Serena. She came from the upcoming and one following. And she's small. Yeah. All right. But it doesn't mean that Jade Chan It's an offshoot or knockoff of you. And if you think of it, some folks say that there's an offshoot of you came from someone from Duckling Duck or whoever it was. There was some woman, some duck from that show that they offshooted her from you. Bullshit. You don't say that to me. You don't say that, Sailor Small Moon, Sailor Little Moon Rainy. You don't talk like that way you're in the upcoming. No, you don't talk me that way now. It said, laugh out loud. Are you out of your, you are out of your mind or whatever. I don't know. Well, here's a fine you're not going to like, Sailor Moon says. If you want to lock or hush someone or give someone a timeout or take something off your shout out box, you can't. You'll say, mistake, seek again. Something that I got to send feedback to YouTube to, and YouTube will be like, oh, something else we got to heal. And I don't know if it's only on live streams or some kind of bug that makes it happen on uploads. Oh, geez, I sure hope not. Mine see all the trolls and bullies and heels and creeps out there saying, aha, we can't get hushed and locked if we go on someone's shout out box on their live stream. Yeah. Which is kind of dumb. Well, I gotta go now. See you later. Yeah, I know that I went the ways that the crafter never meant. You know? Come on. Oh shit, now you don't want to stand up anymore? Yeah, that's sad. So, I know that I don't. Okay, where am I now? It said, holy crap. It said, holy shit, greater call Saul. I hear, whoever he is, don't go. Do not leave. I don't know who Saul is. So anyway, I know I'm going to probably get other folks on my YouTube live stream soon. I don't know how long I'm going to do this for, probably for another span or so. I know I don't got every single Sailor Moon doll ever made by Irwin or Bandai or Great, East Entertainment or Great East Glee, which makes the Squeeze dolls now. And I know I don't got every single book ever written or drawn, and I know I don't got every single, every single film ever made. And I don't got every single shirt there is and stuff. I know as far as the gatherers go, they don't show any love to any of their dolls. It says, it goes, Bob Ernst is a show player who does Saul Goodman, the Breaking Bad self, as much like Sailor Moon at all. It said, we're Sailor Earth. I love Sailor Moon. What are those folks' beloved Sailor Moon followings? And then the man who makes out the branch off Rini is cute. I don't get them at anyway. What, you mean the gatherers? The ones that have all the Sailor Moon things ever made, but they don't play with it, they don't show it off. And then they behave as if they're the top of the Sailor Moon followership, and that the cosplayers or clothing players and the ones that take their dolls out and play with it are like, at the bottom of the followership or something. you know. Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. You know, it's like a lot of these folks out there seem to think they're greater than other Sailor Moon followers. And I don't think that's true. And also, I know some of you folks out there might wonder, why do I talk like this? Well, you see, I'm taking it from Joe Flapper, the show player who spoke for me in the Deke and the Clivaway one. Yeah, a lot of folks say she talks more like Mary Poppins from the first Mary Poppins film. I like to say she talks like Alfred Hayes from WWE from 9 between 82 YL to 9 between 95 YL. Anyway, it says, so you don't need it. Said, what? Sailor Moon. Sailor Moon is over. Sailor Moon followership is overrated, some folks say. It said, I don't say a Sailor Moon follower completely reading. Well, no need to fight over what followership is more greater than others. You know, yeah, so I'm gonna say, yeah, I'm in a Sailor Moon followership. But do I think that I'm greater than anyone else? No. I see myself as a black sheep of the Sailor Moon followership. And I'll tell you why. Because unlike other folks, Dwayne doesn't do everything the same way they do. You know, his films, his Sailor Moon sagas and tales might not be written or filmed the same way that they do theirs. And they might seem as a black sheep of the Sailor Moon followership under the grounds that, oh, he's got Sailor Earth, Ernest P. Worrell. Didn't Sailor Star Maker, Sailor Star Fighter, and Sailor Star Healer, Dust Jordan, Dustin, and Jillian already beat Ernest to it? Yeah. And I got to get their squeeze dolls one day. I also got to get both, Soleil Filet and Plopra squeeze dolls and a squeeze doll one day. All of the Four Witches squeeze dolls. And I think the squeeze dolls to Young Queen Serenity, King and Dim, Elderling and Demian and Onso. But I don't know if I ever will because they're worth a lot. But it's an ongoing thing, you know. And I also got to get, Elderling, Diamond, and also Emerald. But most likely, I don't know. They don't have squeeze offshoots of them. And you got to go for eBay if you want to get the other Bandai Irwin ones. It said, yeah, it's a copy paste. Sorry. It said, go Pittsburgh Steelers, go to the Over Bowl. I love your show. Well, you can only hope that the Steelers go to the Over Bowl next year, Sailor Moon says. But I was never much of a football follower. I mean, I don't have anything against skilled football, nothing against the NFL or the CFL or the USFL or the XFL or any of the followership footballs or any of the high learned footballs out there. But I was just never into skilled football or beginner football or whatever kind of football there is out there. I was always more into skilled wrestling. And I know some folks out there, and yeah, it says, how do you feel about Piran Brothers? A good eating hall. I went there from time to time. It says, oh, there goes a burp again. Well, what else do I gotta say? So mostly for me, Sailor Moon says the big show of shows for me is WrestleMania, which might not be a big deal if you're a football follower. Then the Over Bowl is going to be the big show for you. If you're into ice game, then the Stanley Cup might be a big game for you. If you're into winnable ball, then third Month Madness might be the big thing for you. But anyway, yeah. And you know, Sailor Moon, a lot of folks seem to wonder why always wonder why some folks out there in the Sailor Moon followership think that they're greater than us, but they're not. And I just want to say that somehow, some way, we made 9 years out of this. And soon on the fifth month, we'll make it 10 years. So for all those haters, bullies, hills, trolls, hackers out there, and the false flaggers that fucked around with us from 2008 YL to 23rd between YL, where are they at? Gone. We're still here. Sailor Moon for Life has been around a lot longer than all of our former Sailor Moon YouTube fairways. Oh. Well, you got that right, Luna. You know, it's been around for about 9 years, soon to be 10 years. And I guess that's out of good luck, you know. Had our good standing with YouTube followership oversight, good standing with YouTube website oversight, never been flagged for anything, always been in good standing with ownership and double right. And speaking of ownership and double right, it said WrestleMania 39 is the great show out there. Yeah, it's 2 nights, you know. So look forward to me or someone from my film giving our thoughts on Stand and Deliver, or Stand or Give Free, giving our thoughts on WrestleMania Night 1 and WrestleMania Night 2, sometimes also known as WrestleMania 39, which a lot of folks by now should know the reckoning of it. I don't know who's going to be giving their thoughts on those 3 shows, but someone from will be doing it on those days. Oh, all right. I got to get going now. But I do want to know, Sailor Moon, Sarita, why do you say I'm like Alfred Hayes? Because you talk more like him. Some folks say Mary Poppins, but I say more like Alfred Hayes. Oh, you gotta be mean like that. No, Luna, I've known you since, well, not between 92, YL. And how is it? Yeah, and folks might say, how can I still be alive to now? I don't know. Somehow she still is. Because I'm not. Because me and Artemis and Diana, oh, they got into a Diana plush. We got to get a Diana plush one day. And it is true. So back in the day, a lot of folks would always ask me, they might go, oh, well, you used to do a Sailor Moon word. Yeah, I used to, from 2008 YL to about, I think, 2010 YL. And then I gave up, got speech voice illness many times, from 28 between YL to about 2011 YL. Then I had it again earlier last month. You folks miss it, go back and watch all those films. But when I used to do Sailor Moon's word, I used to, I'm Sailor Moon. And I don't know, I think I was offshooting from Terry, Tracy Moore, Terry Hanks, Linda Bellatime. That's who I was going as when I did it. Yeah, and I overdid it. NXT, NXT, NXT. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of folks out there like to talk about folks offshooting from other folks. Oh, I gotta clean the glasses off. Yeah. Hi, Mimi. Be right back. Hi, Mimi. Hi, doggy. Mimi. Hi, Mimi. Hi, doggy. Hi, Yorkie. Well, I'm coming back in. I got to put these glasses on. And you can't put a YouTube live stream on still. You can't do any of that stuff. You wish you could, but you cannot. Now you could put an upload on still on some tools out there will let you, some will not. But a live stream you cannot. And speaking of that, I have to go and clean all this stuff onto my reckoner again while I'm doing that. A lot of folks out there always like to ask the beloved asking thing or the well-known asking thing. How did you get into Sailor Moon? Well, unlike most Sailor Moon followers out there, which have been into Sailor Moon since, I don't know, between 95 YL for some of them. Well, I was a latecomer. I first started watching Sailor Moon on and off starting in between 95 YL when Sailor Moon was on UPN and WB and Fox, and later on USA and Cartoon. So in the early days, I'd wake up some days and I'd see some followings of Sailor Moon. Either was on UPN or WB back in the day, Fox. And I would watch some of them. Not think anything of it. Dwayne wouldn't think anything of it. He'd watch them. He'd go on through his day. And then years later, the Nostalgia Critic, or we call him the Past Gaver, talks about Sailor Moon. And this will have to be somewhere towards the end of August or the 8th month of 2008 YL, going into the 9th month of 2008 YL. And after that, Dwayne was fully into Sailor Moon, watching it on every website he could watch it on. YouTube, Vugon, Fogon, Dailymotion, Anime World. Yeah, there was a website called Live Drawing Film World. Watch Sailor Moon online. Then a whole bunch of other half weird websites like Sailor Moon TV.com until they went down. And then 123 Films and many other websites until Watch Cartoons Online. Which that's where if you want to see the Deacon, the Cloverway, and the Pioneer and the Viz work, go there. It says, and he's been into it. How do you even know that I lived there? Oh, I know. Oh, no. You probably went back to watch one of my films I did about, I did at least about 4 years ago, and I said I shifted there. So yeah, that's how you would know. It's no big unknown. It said, yeah. So anyway, it looks like that is all the time that I don't know any more thing to talk about here. I mean, I had Tuxedo Max, Queen Beryl. I had Sailor Mini Moon or Small Moon, Little Moon. I had Luna. I know I didn't have everyone else back there. You know, a lot of folks say you got to bring on Sailor Earth Ernest. You got to bring him on. Well, sooner or later, I don't know when I'm going to do another YouTube live stream. So, who should I, bring on next? I don't know. But anyway, it's hard to say. Now, a lot of folks, before I even bring anyone else on my YouTube live stream, someone out there might say something like, oh, why do you only make films from your bedroom? Why can't you do what other folks do? Because the web shooter only runs through my HP Reckoner. It's not one of those web shooter tools where you film it, then you can, burn it or somehow offshoot it to a disk and somehow upload it to a website. It don't work that way. And all the web shooting tools, all the shooter tools we got back in the day didn't have that setup. Not the VL, not the Sony one, not the VLC one, none of them. So that's why I only make films for the bedroom. It said, "What is your favorite sailor fighter?" It said, "I want Mina." Yeah, don't get her. I want Mina. Oh, but guess what? I'm going to show you some books. They want to see me, Sailor Moon. Oh, well, too bad about that. What do you mean, too bad about that? You're going to, too bad about that. You don't tell me. Well, here's some writing books, which I haven't written in yet, but when I get done with one, I'll probably have to hop to the other one. Overlook how it says, it should say Serena. Just the same book again, All right. We're going to have to bring this YouTube live stream to an end sooner or later. What do you bloody mean that you didn't want me on your YouTube fairway? Oh, come on, Sailor Venus. Come on, Mina. You know I was only playing around. I don't know Sailor Moon. I don't know Serena. Everyone knows that if it wasn't for my book, your books wouldn't have shown up. Yeah, so, and I was a sailor fighter long before the rest of you were. Oh, yeah. And you want to know something? I'm going to tell you right now, Sailor Venus. I'm going to tell you right now, Mina. I think that Sailor Earth Ernest may have just been offshooting from you. What do you mean? Well, as you know, I'm just telling everybody right now, I'm here to tell you, Sailor Earth Ernest, he may call himself Sailor E, and his saga, how he became a sailor fighter, has not really been told yet, but bound to be told one day. But he was not offshooting from me. And some folks might think that I'm nothing more than an offshoot of Sailor Moon, Serena, and he's an offshoot of me. They're like, oh, Sailor Earth Ernest, he's nothing more than another offshoot of Sailor Venus, Mina, of Sailor Moon, Serena. Well, anyway, all you folks should know that I always see myself as one of the greatest of all the sailor fighters. Everyone knows Sailor Venus. Everyone knows who Sailor V is. It has always been my dream to be a well-known songstress, show player, for being. Yeah, we all get it, Sailor Venus. We get it, Mina. You want to be well-known. It said, I like Sailor Earth, Ernest. It said, I got Sailor Moon when I was third between back in 20. Wow. I already saw that. It said, it goes, I like Sailor Earth, Ernest P. Worrell. It said, you go more edge beautiful than that, anything else. It said, Magic Boys. Yes, I did come from England, or the 4-1 Kingdom, before I came to Dawnland. Yeah, that's true. That's true. The name Mina is a German-English name. So would your middle name by any luck be Minako? I don't know this Dawnlandish borrowed name Minako. But you know what they say? If you don't have anything good to say, don't say anything bad. No, 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 Sailor Venus. It goes like this. If you don't have anything good to say, don't say anything at all. Oh, I like that saying. Yeah, it's a good saying. It says, it's a came from Mina. The truth is, Mina is. It's a true name. I'm not making it up. Mina is a true German English name. There was a woman in the Dracula films and books called Mina. And I think Minako is nothing more than a Dawnlandish take on the German English name Mina. Yeah, you're right about that. Is someone saying that Mina's not a true name? Well, I dare you to look in a name book. Go to the MINAs, and if you see the name Mina pop up in the book, then yeah, it is a true name. It's not a made-up name. And I think Minako is nothing more than a Dawnlandish take on the German English name Mina. Just throw a K and an O at the end of it. It says your thought. It says, yeah, because the name Mina belongs to both speeches. And someone said, oh, that's your belief. All right, go look up a name book. And if you see the name Mina in that book, then it wasn't my belief. Well, next they're going to probably say that Serena is a Latin borrowed name, and you're going to say, oh, that's a made-up name. You're going to say, oh, Serena is just another take on serenity, which is a Latin borrowed word, a French borrowed word, which would make Serena both a Latin and French borrowed name, because by the time the name Serena was borrowed into English from French, which it was a Latin name, but by the time it got borrowed in English through French, yeah. How many Usagi's do we know of? Put your hands up. You know anyone? How many Usagi's do you know? How many Serenas and Victorias do you know? Probably know a lot more of them. Oh, whatever. You gotta watch it, Sailor Moon. You're probably gonna run someone out of the followership. Oh yeah, what followership do we have? I mean, my show hasn't really. I mean, you think of it, the Mic Keepers are still going on. Yeah, we like them, don't we? Yeah, they shapeshift. They fight evil like we do. Only, here's a big unlikeness. Our fiends never grow big, and we never ever had to have a war tool to fight them with. Well, you're forgetting Sailor Moon. Remember you fought Emerald and she became a Lindworm? Or when Queen Beryl and Natalia became one? Yeah, but even then I didn't have to get a war tool to do it. But anyway, just want to say, what's the big deal? I just want to say it is what it is. So, yeah. Anyway, looks like I got to go. And if you don't look like this, if you can't tell, I know the sun's bright, so it's hard if you can't tell. But I am the Irwin offshoot. And this offshoot of me, which you see now, Dwayne got me at the Salvation Army or the Helping Fighting Arm thrift shop and Tooth Month of 2012 YL. I was in a box with my stand, with my shape-shifting stick, and never ever was like that ever again. Yeah, that was a good seat that day, Sailor Moon says. a good Sikh that day, you know? And there was someone having a fight over, is Meena its own name, or is it short for Minako? And from my understanding, yeah, they're going to go for that. I don't know. I think they're mostly going to end this YouTube live stream now. Oh, yeah, I guess we got to go now. All right. It said, it said you keep making your films to watch. Look up on the interweb. It says it's a fake follower. All right, I gotta go now. I want to thank everyone for coming on my YouTube live stream. I am Sailor Moon Serena, or Victoria to some of you folks, or Usagi to others. I'll see you all later. Goodbye. And the moonlight is a speaker of love.